Hello and welcome to Cooking the Books with Heather. Today we're going to be cooking from a kid's book because this is my son and he's been wanting to cook from this book and record it. So that's what we're going to do. And he's picked out a actually no cook recipe. We don't have to use any heat. We're just going to be cutting some things up today. And it is from the Minecrafters Cookbook by Tara Theo-Harris. So that's what we're going to be doing. Today we're going to be making, what is it?
Crave Mode Munchies.
Right. So we don't have exactly what they say to use here because my family doesn't really like melons. And so instead of the melons for fruit, we have an apple.
And a melon.
Nope.
I can't.
So instead of melons, we have
Apple, mango.
That's right, because one of my kids really loves apples and this one really loves mango, and we happen to have it around. And it is perfectly fine to use whatever you have for this recipe. So what else are we going to be doing today? What else are we going to be cutting up?
Cheese. And some salami.
Yep. And what are we going to be doing? Oh, and also
a baguette.
That's right. It says to use half of a French baguette. And
we have something different. We have this.
It's a French baguette, but it also has
cheese and meat in it.
Right. It has some aged cheddar and some chorizo in it. And hopefully we'll be able to link that recipe up here. Our baker of the house made it for us. So,
him.
Yes. My behind the scenes, usually, cameraman, sound man, video editor made this for us, and we're going to be using this as well. So, what are we going to do first?
We're going to cut the cheese. That's what I know how to cut.
Yeah. And how are we going to be cutting these?
Into cubes.
Because what do the cubes look like?
Minecraft blocks.
All right.
Let's
see. It's a little damp. Let's
dry it off.
Let's dry it off a little bit. Okay. You can use your hand on top. Make sure you keep your fingers away. Good job. Okay. Be careful with that blade. It doesn't matter if they're perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. Since Minecraft isn't perfect cubes. Actually, it is.
Yeah, Minecraft has perfect cubes, but it's a little more difficult to make perfect cubes in real life with different ingredients. And I've already cut the mango out of the mango skin because that is definitely an adult job. You need a sharp knife and you need to know what you're doing with that. And we have first, what did we do? Before we were on camera, we
preparated.
We prepared, but first we did what with these?
Wash them.
Yes, if you're going to be playing with your food, especially if other people might be eating it, you wash your hands with soap first, right?
Oh, and the book says when you're building, use a cracker for a door if you want to make a house. That's actually in the cooking tip.
So I'm going to just put all of these little bits in a bowl, scrape them off just so we can keep those and maybe use those to treat the dog later. I'm gonna square it up a little bit to make it easier.
On knees.
Yes. Because salami
is a tough
round.
Meat. And a tough meat, apparently.
A little bit tough.
They're tougher meats. Listen to parents. Let them do what they want to do.
All right. So once we cut off the rounded edges, it's easier to make cubes. So what I'm gonna do, you want me to do this?
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna cut it lengthwise like this.
Thanks.
And then we can
Adults
cut it
are smart.
lengthwise like this. And then you can make cubes more easily. Do it with just 2 at a time because that will be easier. Let's get the bread knife out and see what we can do with this. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Bread knife.
Well, we're gonna cut up half of it. How's that?
Out.
So I'm gonna just cut it in slices. And then once it's in slices,
You're gonna cut it like that.
we can cube it up.
Hey.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not all perfect because it's not as, oops.
Oh.
Eat that one. Do you want to cut some slices? Thick slices?
Sure.
Now, see, look, turn it around this way and then your fingers can be further away. Cut another slice. Okay, and I'm gonna cut up this apple because it's kind of hard to make an apple into cubes, and we're gonna leave the skin on because we don't care. But I'm going to use a melon baller to get out the core so we keep as much of the apple as we can.
Mm-hmm. Apple delish.
There we go.
Not me, I like pears better.
Putting all of these pieces over here, we can either eat them separately just because it doesn't matter. Or,
can we eat that salami raw?
yes, we're eating it raw over here. You always eat salami raw. Anyway, or we can use them because the dog loves all of this. So we could use bits of it for dog treats if we want, or we can just snack on it later.
Or we could put it on her food as a little sprinkling.
Or we could put it on her food as a little
Treat for being a good dog.
There we go. We have
She's
some.
not the best dog. Hashtag Truffleophagus Jones.
Yes, she does have her own YouTube channel.
But Annabelle doesn't, or my sister doesn't get to edit it a lot because I'm always on the thing that can edit it. Honestly, she could just ask before me, but no.
So they're not all perfect cubes, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a lot of cubes. And guess what? I'm gonna build a house at the end. And then I'm gonna eat it. Because we have toothpicks hidden behind the thing. I definitely could.
Could what?
I'm gonna need a bit of that salami cut into thinner pieces over
Why?
there. I'm gonna make up a zombie out of salami. A zombie salami. Salami zombie. Why are most fruits round and not cubes?
Well, you know, they have grown
Square apples?
cubic
Veggies?
melons, watermelons, but you have to plan for it and it takes a while. All right, last thing we're going to cut up is the mango.
And we're going to leave some for me to eat.
Here, you can eat that bit because it's not going to be square.
Mango is delicious. If you like mangoes, type in mango in the comments below.
Have that piece too.
Yay.
And these are the big sides. So I'm going to do kind of what I did with the apple.
You don't want to cut a bit of this, right?
You do?
Yeah, mango is delicious. It's my favorite fruit.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to cut it. You just want to eat it.
Hey! You're rude.
But true.
And true. If this is making you hungry, I'm sorry.
Well, then you can do this yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. It only takes a few things, and I bet you can do it by yourself.
So what do you think you need to be able to do this yourself?
Well, the tools you need are a sharp knife and some toothpicks.
No, what you need is some practice with your knife, right?
Yeah, which is why I want to do this.
All right, well, you want to cut these?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. It's not that hard to cut. They're just a little slippery, so. We're going to clean this up a little bit, and he's going to show you what he's going to make with his new blocks that we made.
Wash my hands. Always wash your hands before and after eating.
So we have, what do we have here? We have salami,
cheese, bread, mango, and apple.
and we're going to build something? Or he's going to build something, not me. We have some toothpicks to hold things together if necessary, but you might just be able to build it without, depending on what you're building.
There.
Okay,
Our house.
we made a house. All right. Well, what do you think of this?
It's good. Now let's eat it.
We will, just a second. So you can see you can build whatever you want out of your blocks. And if you're a little bit better than we are at cutting them the same size, they might build a little bit better. But this guy likes to eat all of his stuff separate. So this is perfect for him. He can eat a block and then a different block and doesn't have to worry about putting cheese on the bread or meat on the bread because he eats them separate anyway. So if you enjoyed watching us make this, please give us a thumbs up.
Leave a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe.
What should they comment below? Do they like mangoes? Do you like mangoes?
If you like mangoes, type in mangoes below.
And stay tuned, and maybe we'll bring you another Kids Cook episode from this book or another one, right?
Since we have another one.
All right. Thanks for watching.